Chapter 2, Lesson 5, Solve Multi-Step Equations. You will be able to solve multi-step equations. Some equations contain expressions with grouping symbols. To solve these equations, first expand the expression using the distributive property, then collect like terms if needed, and solve the equation using the properties of equality. Solve the following equations. So what we're going to do here, because of those parentheses, I'm going to have to use the distributive property. If you look inside the parentheses, you have 20 plus d. You cannot add 20 plus d. They do not have the same variable combination, therefore they are not like terms. So to get rid of the parentheses, we must distribute the 15. 15 times 20 is 300. Plus 15 times d is just 15d. And bring down the equals 420. Solve like a normal two-step equation. Subtract 300 from both sides. We are left with 15d equals 120. Divide both sides by 15, and we get d equals 8. Letter B. Again, use the distributive property. Negative 3 times 9 is negative 27. And negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Bring down the equals 33. Add 27 to both sides. Negative 3x equals 60. Divide by negative 3. X equals negative 20. Letter C. Distribute the 5. 5a minus 35 equals 25. Add 35 to both sides. 5a equals 60. Divide by 5. A equals 12. Distribute the negative 8. Negative 8w. And negative 8 times negative 6 is positive 48 equals 32. Subtract 48 from both sides. Negative 8w equals negative 16. Divide by negative 8. W equals, a negative divided by negative is positive, therefore positive 2. Letter E. At the fair, Hunter bought 3 snacks and 10 ride tickets. Each ride ticket cost $1.50 less than a snack. If he spent a total of $24, what is the cost of each snack? So we first must start with our let statement. We are looking for the cost of each snack. So let x equal cost of each snack. Well, we know the total is 24. So I'm going to start with equals 24. We also don't know how much the snacks were. So he bought 3 snacks times the price. In addition to that, he bought 10 tickets. But what we know about tickets is that they're $1.50 less than each snack. So we would take the cost of the snack, which is x, minus that $1.50. And that would be in parentheses because that quantity is multiplied by each of the ride tickets. And from here we can solve. For now, we're going to leave that 3x alone, and we're going to focus on the parentheses. So bring down that 3x and distribute. Plus 10 times x is 10x. 10 times negative 1.5 is negative 15 equals, bring down the 24. Now this problem looks slightly different from the ones we were dealing with. The ones before only had two terms on one side of the equation. This time I have 3. But if you notice, 3x and positive 10x are like terms, which means they both have the same variable combination. They both have a singular x. We can just take care of those and add them. 3x plus 10x equals 13x. Bring down everything else. Minus 15 equals 24. And now we can solve as usual. Add 15 to both sides. 13x equals 39. Divide by 13, and we get x equals 3. Now x is the cost of each snack, which is exactly what we were looking for. So the cost of each snack is $3. Some equations have no solution. When this occurs, the solution is the null set or empty set, and is shown by these two symbols. Other equations may have every number as their solution. An equation that is true for every value of the variable is called an identity. Identities have an infinite number of solutions. So let's solve each equation. Okay, I'm going to start by putting the line down the equal sign to keep myself organized. Let's take care of just the left-hand side first. We need to distribute that 6. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. And bring down the plus 10 equals. Now the right side, I also have to distribute. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. On the left, I have more than two terms. I need to combine the like terms. Negative 18 and 10 are both constants. They don't have any variables. So negative 18 plus 10 is negative 8. And I'm going to bring down the 6x. On the right-hand side, there's nothing to do, so just bring down 6x minus 8. And now I have variables on both sides. And now I'm going to solve. I'm going to subtract 6x from the left and from the right. 6x minus 6x goes away. It equals 0. Bring down the negative 8 equals. And something also happens on the right side. We also have 6x minus 6x, which also cancels out, and I'm left with negative 8. So now we have negative 8 equals negative 8. Because this is a true statement, this is called an identity. It does not matter what number, fraction, decimal, any number you put in for x will result in a correct answer in a true statement. So all values of x are the solution to that equation. Letter B. Again, focus on one side. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times negative 2x is negative 16x. On the right-hand side, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times negative 5x is negative 20x. And don't forget about this plus 4x. Make sure you bring that down. Now, on the left-hand side, I can't do anything, so just bring everything down. But on the right-hand side, I have some like terms. I have negative 20x and plus 4x. Well, negative 20x plus 4x is negative 16x. And bring down the 12. Now let's take care of our variables. Let's add 16x to both sides. These cancel out and leave me with 32 equals. And these also cancel out and leave me with 12. 32 does not equal 12. Please make sure you put a slash through the equal sign. Because it does not equal 12, it does not result in a true statement. This is the null set, which means there is no solution. There is no value of x that will make this equation true. Letter C. On the left-hand side, distribute the 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x. Equals. Distribute the negative 2. Negative 2 times 6x is negative 12x. Negative 2 times negative 9 is positive 18. Nothing to combine on either side, so go ahead to the solving. Add 12x to both sides. Cancels out on the left, leaves me with 18 equals. And it also cancels out on the right, which leaves me with 18. Because 18 does in fact equal 18, this is an identity. All values of x are a solution, all real numbers. Letter D, distribute the 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 5 is 10. On the right-hand side, distribute the 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. And don't forget to bring down the minus 4x. On the right-hand side, it looks like we can combine like terms. I have 10x minus 4x, which is 6x. Bring down the minus 20. On the left-hand side, there's nothing to combine, so bring it down. Subtract 6x from both sides. I'm left with 10 on the left equals, those cancel out, I'm left with negative 20. This is not a true statement, therefore, this is the null set. There is no solution. You can show the null set by writing a 0 with a slash, or with empty brackets, or even that 0 with a slash in those empty brackets. So you can show it any of these ways. Letter E. Distribute the 1.2. 1.2x plus 60 minus 6 equals, distribute the 0.4. 0.4 times 3x is 1.2x. 0.4 times 20 is positive 8. We need to combine some like terms. We have positive 60 and negative 6, which equals positive 54. So 1.2x plus 54 equals 1.2x plus 8. Subtract 1.2x from both sides. We get 54 equals, both cancel, 8. It does not equal 8. Therefore, this is the null set. Oops. Or you can again just say null set. Letter F. Distribute the 12. 12x plus 36 equals, distribute the 4, 8x plus 36, bring down the plus 4x. On the right hand side we have some like terms. I have positive 4x and positive 8x, which makes 12x. Bring down the 36. And just bring down what's on the left. We can't do anything with it. Subtract 12x from both sides. It ends up canceling out on either side. We have 36 equals 36, which makes this an identity, which means there are infinitely many solutions. So null set is no solutions. Identity is infinitely many.